Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
He goes, you don't get to pick the opponent. You messed up. My favorite line from Roman of all of them, you stupid. When Roman says, you stupid, you don't understand, right? That's my favorite Roman, okay? So then Rock comes out, right? Half the crowd's booing him, half the crowd ain't, right? So anybody who says, this was literally 50-50, right? Initially, last week, I said, there's no way, right, that they actually put all this together ahead of time. I just still don't believe that. If they did, man, it's like they say, man, they ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just would have fallen into their hands, right? And I think this did just fall into their hands. So he comes out, we're going to do it for the people. We're going to do it for the coach. We're going to do it for the family, right?
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong. What you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Ooh, the man called Sting, people. Welcome back to the Unpopular Review Wrestling channel, The Mike Knoxxx Show. I am your host, guys, Mike Knoxxx, and indeed I spelled my name with 3 X's because like this wrestling world, old wrestling world I'm a part of between fan bases, I'm still hardcore, people. And last night, we got to see, to me, we can talk about the emotions and where they may have taken you and took you and where you will be placed at later on and where does he rank at. None of that's important right now. What's important right now is being a wrestling fan. I will always say hashtag wrestling is storyline. And we can continue to sit here and talk about how the greatest character of all time was The Undertaker. Second best has to be Sting, no? Let's talk about it. We're talking about cinematic wrestling at its finest, being a comic book. Hashtag wrestling is storyline. Hashtag who gives a hell about the rest of them? Death to dirt sheets. Make sure you guys are following the page. You already know who they are, where they are. It's all around on the thing. Unpopular Review Wrestling, Mike Knoxxx Show Wrestling, all that stuff. But make sure you follow my crew backstage. All right? Got my producers back there holding me down. King Vaughn Jr., 301 King Vaughn Jr. on the Twitter, that is. The Victorious Ones podcast, This Week in Wrestling, is back. Okay? Also down there backstage holding me down, the Z. It's just never silent to me. But the Z is silent. If you know what it means, you know what it is. Back there doing all on the wheels and steels. I said, is that my Jazzy Jeff? If I had to pick a DJ, I don't know. Was it Jazzy Jeff or is it Terminator X? I just don't know, right? But either way, I can't lose, okay? And neither can you by tuning in right now to the show the pros, icons, ayatollahs, and rock and rollers listen to. So listen, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the man called Sting, people. I want to talk about it. I want to share it with you. Share it back with us today as well. Revolution was last night, but first, people, I just gotta be on. I gotta keep it where it has to be right now. And we're gonna talk about Sting in a second. We're gonna talk about Sting in a second. It's gonna be a very short Swartz, if you will. No, yeah, the Swartz, okay, version of the Week in Wrestling, because Raw was pretty damn good. Because again, I know you guys don't want this match. You guys all want, to throw in there Miss, God, just every single time she's on my TV screen and everybody want to go for her. I'm just like, why? Why does everybody have to always throw in something extra? Why is there always the extra in the WWE, right? Liv Morgan is going to get Liv Morgan's time. It's just like the Shermaner said, it was just my time, but it's not her time. It's Becky Lynch's time right now because it looks like $1 million on the screen to me. That's all. Looks like $1 million, but it don't matter because Nia Jax came through and crushed all them dreams, all them spears, all that stuff right there and said, I'm not out of the mix just yet, y'all. But then we get this promo. We knew it was coming, right? Steph versus Drew McIntyre, Big Drew versus Little Drew. You know what I mean? Who you think should win? We'll talk about that in the weeks to come. We're more or less almost less than about 30 days away from WrestleMania right now. But great promo from the two of them. But this isn't about them this week. It's about this. Because even when he's not on TV, the Bloodline's always the number one story in professional wrestling. And Roman wasn't on TV, but Paul Heyman was, and security was, and he's ready for him, and he's ready. He's the chairman now, the La Parka, the American Nightmare of Chairs, Cody Rhodes. Challenges The Rock. Who are you to challenge The Rock? Be careful what you ask for, what they were told. Then we got to SmackDown, because this is the road to WrestleMania, so come on around the blocks, and let's talk professional wrestling. So we get to SmackDown, and y'all just want to continue to just disrespect your tribal chief. Like, what is your tribal chief not giving you? He's made the WrestleMania tickets really expensive. Damn it. Roman, he's made ticket sales go through the roof that they can make those tickets go through the roof. Damn. People buying his merch everywhere. I mean, all he has done is put the food on the table. And that's Jey Uso. He's taking it off because he ain't your Intercontinental Champion. I'm just saying. So, but SmackDown should have started and did not start. And I want to make sure I put it in here at this exact moment to say to WWE, come on, man. This should have been the beginning of the show. Hands down. Rest in peace to Virgil, Michael Jones Virgil, one of 4 men to hold the $1 million championship. No, 5, because they gave it to LA Knight. So 5 men, but you know, the original $1 million title right here. But back to your tribal chief as this week in wrestling rolls on, and just you see it, right? It's just like, I'm out here, we're looking, look at Cody sucks chance. Look at it. Y'all here trying to tell me that it's to finish the story. I don't want to give nothing away, but I'm already playing WWE 2K24, and so Cody sucks is there. I'm not saying that. I'm a Cody Rhodes fan from day 2. Always been a Cody Rhodes fan, right? Day 2, always figure that out. But here you go. He's there and he's like, acknowledge me. Look what I've done. And the crowd's not acknowledging him. He's getting more and more mad. Then you got the real Uso, the older brother. Because in my household, the oldest are supposed to reign the roost. All right? So it's always going to be that way. Baby girl knows it, but she's still my right-hand main event, Michaela Uso. Now, as we digress back into the storyline, he's getting mad. But then The Rock comes out. And all this Rocky stuff and Rocky this and Rocky that, Rocky gets a bigger applause than Roman Reigns because, damn it, people, he's still The Rock. And this is after a 25-minute rant, promo, if you will. What's going on, Jeffrey? Still just on top of his game. Somebody said, Rock's promos don't hit like they used to. When I heard that and I keep hearing that, it's like those who tell me I didn't like Jay-Z's other albums. Why? Because you know shit about Tom Ford? That's your fault. Learn. Grow. Stop wearing gold chains. Even I got one on. Right? And we start buying paintings. But I got paintings in my house. So that's all The Rock is doing. That's all. Look at that. Same shirt. Brought out the belt buckle. If I see one more belt buckle, Dice, I'm bringing my belt buckle game to Philadelphia for WrestleMania because I still got him in the back, in the closet, ready to come out and be unleashed. Yeah, I'm talking to you too, Vaughn. I will wear it to Wale Mania big-ass belt buckle game. Okay? The BBB. All right? So then Rock's out here doing this thing. And talking shit about the crowd. Ooh, sorry, mama, did I say that? talking his mess, talking his junk like only the great one can talk because he is the great one. It's trademarked. You heard what he said on Thursday. Clown Seth Rollins. The man told Seth Rollins point blank, if you keep yapping, I'm going to take your belt from you because I'm your boss. So the internet put it out there, and I always say, sometimes I say anyway, they're not always wrong, right? W said, oh, okay, cool. Hey, Charmaine. Said, hey, look at this. Let's use the boss technique. I am the boss. I am your boss. Keep running your mouth. Cody, I got hit by my damn dog. Oh, listen, The Rock killed it. The Rock ain't lose a step. Neither has Jay-Z. They just elevated themselves, and you got to catch up, right? Lil Wayne said that, man, slow down so you can catch up. Listen, y'all got to catch up to where The Rock, the great one, is taking you. He is the great one, and that is your tribal chief. And before it's all said and done, Rock's talking his mess like only the great one can talk. He's geared, No. Because the tribal chief has been looking like a little baby lately, like a little punk, like a peon to The Rock. He can't look like a peon to The Rock. He is your tribal chief. And it was bound to happen in Arizona, where they're crackheads and meth addicts and all the other kind of stuff Rock said about that city. And I've never been there, so I don't know. Doesn't look exciting when you hear the great one say that. He can't be lying. He's the great one, right? So, boom. You need to acknowledge me. At that moment, we thought shit was about to hit the fan, as they would say. Justin Roberts would say, okay? We thought about to hit the fan, but no. This is WrestleMania. They got to build the storyline. Rock versus Roman is still in the cards. Just because you Cody Crybaby fans may have muted it for this season, it's still the plan. We have to get it, but we better get it. We may not get it at WrestleMania no more because y'all f***ed that up. But we're going to get Rock and Roman. And The Rock does what? He acknowledges him because he knows he's levels above. What's going on, Phil? Talking about your man next, brother. Talking about your man called Sting. It's coming up. And that's his favorite wrestler as well. Do you think The Rock is... Yes, Charmaine. See, you already found the yellow brick road and the breadcrumbs that has been laid before us. I say it all the time, right? Like, if I watch too much of The Walking Dead. If you ever get captured and your friends really know you, you got to leave a trail. It's the only way they're going to find your ass. Okay? Leave a trail. Pick up a weapon. Store it. Be ready. That's what WWE has done. They picked up the weapons. Yes, this is going to a storyline. I shake your hand right now. But guess what? Let me go back. Because I didn't have this picture. I'm going to get it from you, Dice, and I forgot to get it. He still threw up the L first before he threw the ones up. And I'm going to continue to say that. He still threw the L up first. What's going on here, KME? The Rock needs to go as soon as this is done. Not because he is bad, but because it is so much better than everyone else. But just in WWE, but in wrestling, he is on another level. Ha ha ha. He's The Rock. He's The Rock. And I don't want to cross him. But it's been out there. I got some comments I'm going to read too about where do y'all rank Sting. We're going to talk about him in a second, his retirement match, because I was kind of surprised by some people's reactions. I want to hear what you guys think about that. Okay, but man, this was insane to see him throw the L up. But no, he acknowledges him, but it's something there. It's something there. I've told you that guy from the beginning. And then all of a sudden, the internet goes crazy because we get 40 minutes of The Rock and Roman. My God, gold at its best. Okay, gold at its best. Go back to them Saturday night main events. You might have had 40 minutes of all them promos. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I've seen it before. We ain't done seeing it again. Listen, 40 minutes, I was cool with it. Why you gotta always put yourself? Why everybody gotta be? What's that damn word? What the hell y'all call yourselves today? Fucking empaths. Everybody's an empath. Why the hell would you care that she lost the match? No offense. I love Naomi. Yes, they did her wrong with her not having her intro. I will give y'all that. She was going to lose the match anyway. It was already booked that way. So it happens. Okay? Stop crying, Cody Crybabies. Then Braun Breaker, y'all want to call him Braun Steiner. That's retarded. Not smart at all. Does he calling that man that? But then beats him like, who cares? So what? It made Braun Breaker look better. Okay? Than beating him that fast. And then we knew this was coming. It was there. I saw it. I didn't really call it. Just I thought I saw it, and I did, and it happened. So, boom, they turn on Bailey, but then we get backstage. Jay Cargill shows up. So, although The Rock and them on the storyline, the other people are not getting forgotten. Okay, we got the SmackDown exclusive of Bobby Lashley and Karrion Kross. That does suck. But everybody does that. When you're making that kind of money, you can do that kind of thing. I think if it sucked, we could have bitched and complained about it. But it didn't suck. So I didn't see a reason for us to bitch and complain about it. Now, before I go to break, because the man of the hour is the man called Sting.
Let's do this.
Did you get goosebumps, people? Did you shed a tear? It's okay if you did any of the things like that, because it's real to me. And when I say that, it's because it's storyline. Have you never cried in a movie? Your favorite person died? Did you not cheer for when Thanos snapped his finger? I know somebody backstage did. Did you scream out loud when your favorite Marvel characters died? Did you call BS when Captain America goes back and as he gets old and silly? Agent Carter. How does it happen? Who cares? This is professional wrestling, and you have the right to be emotional if you want to be. This was absolutely amazing moment. Showing parts where I can't get kicked off. You noticed that, right? But I just wanted to show it. Y'all had to see this to me. And Sting in his last match, y'all. We are going to talk about that after this break. Guys, get ready. The man called Sting, AEW Revolution 2024. Woo-wee. All right.
Last time on UPR Shorts.
You're looking it up, huh?
I'm looking at I'm looking at micro wrestling. Oh my God. Oh, ooh. Chris, we gotta hold on a second. We gotta watch this shit. Chris, we gotta do a review show on this fucking show, Chris, please.
Is it on TV? Do they have a TV deal?
Yes.
Oh, really?
They do.
Surprise.
Oh, Chris,
Free coupon.
please. Free coupon. Chris, look at this. Even the referee is a little guy. Oh, God, Chris, look at this. Oh, my God, I love it. Oh, she slapped that shit out. Look at this. Wow, look at this. High-flying action.
I mean,
Look at that guy.
everything's high flying.
Watch this. Watch this big guy that's coming up. Look at this guy. Oh, he died.
The big boot, huh?
Oh, Chris, this is the greatest. This is the greatest.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, he just killed that man.
Look at that. He did that. Look at that second rope moonsault. Look at the ref. He must go to the same ref school as Aubrey Edwards. Holy shit. Chris, can we just do a review on this?
There's no television.
Oh my God, please.
You can ask somebody in the chat if they want to do this review with you, okay?
Oh, it's coming, y'all. It's coming up soon, guys. Listen, you can not just listen to the Mike Knoxxx show here on the Mike Knoxxx Network or the Mike Knoxxx show or on Unpopular Review Wrestling, but also the shorts. We got SmackDown, we got NXT, we got Raw. I mean, you name it, it is here. If you got Raw tonight, immediately following my night Raw. Hopefully Raw can live up to what SmackDown has been cooking. We shall find out tonight. But today, it's like, I think it's something to be said about a wrestler who goes out on their own. There you go, Michael Smith. It's something to be said about that to me. And Sting got to do that. I think in a lot of cases, you don't get to do that. And now you're getting a chance to do that. Sting is getting a chance to do that. And it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing for that very reason. And by that, Sting got to go out on his own terms. Sorta. right? Sort of, right? Because I watched his version of Media Scrum. I didn't watch the whole entire thing. And I'm going to go through this pay-per-view and then just get to the meat and potatoes, all right? Y'all already know what I like. Y'all seen my Valentine's Day episode of the Husband and Wife Review Show. We'll be back Wednesday with the first episode of Season 3 BMF. Y'all know y'all like it. Come on, check it back out, all right? So y'all know I like my surf and turf, okay? So we don't get to the surf and turf in a second, but now, you know, my wife likes to always have a salad or a soup, so we're going to go y'all that right now, okay? So I call her the leader of the Misfits, Chris Statlander and Willa Nightingale. Surprisingly to me, beat Julie Hart and Sky Blue. Shouldn't have been, though, but I voted that way in the group. Pretty good match, for honest. Best female match of the night. How about that? Okay, was this match. Then, but that was Zero Dark Hour. Opened up with this. I saw a comment. It was in the chat, and I saw that same comment, too, about I went to sleep on AEW as soon as Christian came out. And I go, you guys got to stop it. Listen, you are entitled to not watch AEW. I'm not going to tell you to watch this shit because sometimes you shouldn't watch it, okay? But I will say, if you echo those words, then you should always echo those same words when any old timer comes out and WWE gives you that same exact energy. And I don't see that, right? And I can see that if we were getting, with all due respect for printing the program, Jake the Snake and Lance Archer, interviewed them both, right? We're not getting that from Christian and his society. We're not getting that. Christian has been doing good damn heel work, okay? Good damn heel work. And Danny Garcia, not the best dancer in wrestling. We all know that belongs to Alex Wright. Dance Wonder again. I will never do his dance on Kelly, but I would do Alex Wright Dance Wonder against every single time, okay? So that's what you get. That's what you got. But good match, won by Christian. Of course he was. Then we get to this. We all knew Wardlow was going to win this match. This is a weird match to me in the whole time. This was kind of a weird-ass match, but we knew Wardlow was going to win this match. Then we get to this match, and Tony Schiavone said, and I quote, if right now you do not respect Eddie Kingston for being a professional wrestler in the ring, then you are deaf or blind, or I guess I didn't quote, right? It was so many of those things, it went in one ear and out the other. Because guess what, Eddie Kingston? I'm just saying this as a wrestling fan. I'm not saying I could do what you do. I'm not going to say you can whoop my ass, because that's just me. I don't think you can. I don't think a lot of people can, okay? But we're not talking about real fighting. We're talking about, sports entertainment. So in the world of sports entertainment and wrestling, I don't like you as a performer in the ring. Daniel Bryan completely carried you all the way through this match because that's Daniel Bryan, okay, one of the top 5 technical wrestlers in the business today, if not top 15 technical wrestlers of all time. I don't feel like arguing, so I give a big wide range, okay, of wrestlers. But you're not nowhere in that range or being even ranked to me inside the squared circle. I think you was as good as Kamala in the ring. Yeah, I just said that. I interviewed Kamala too. Bam, shots fired. Everybody was on the Mike Knoxxx show before. That's right. So that's just how I feel. Sorry, Tony Schiavone. Sorry, wrestling fans. See, my man who said don't talk about AEW. Come on. I didn't say watch AEW because I can't watch Eddie Kingston in a squared circle. And the fact that he beat Daniel Bryan is a tribute to Daniel Bryan being Daniel Bryan. Z says Tony was right. Bryan backstage interview echoed sentiments that we're speaking of now. Just not a fan. Sorry. Talk about choosing violence, Knox. Hey, it is 3 X's, right? Then we get to Orange Cassidy, who the storyline has been built this way for him to lose. He's been getting his ass whipped. He's banged up. That's the story. Can he compete? Can he compete? Great storyline, great telling, great match. I just wish Roderick Strong was the Roderick Strong that he used to be, and I think it's just 10 years late past his prime, and that's a shame. But Roderick Strong has always been a good performer and a good storyteller in the square circle to me. I've always been a Roderick Strong fan. Then we get to this match, and guess what, guys? I had to go back and watch it today because I had to go pick up my son from work because, I got teenagers now. So as I go pick up my son from work, so I watched this match this morning, and I thought it was pretty good for what it was. And this is where AEW super fans that will say this is one of the best nights they've ever seen. I can't say that. I cannot say that. Yes, I did not see that. I did not see that. Didn't even look for it, to be honest with you. That's the first news I got of it. Shame on me. But Jon Moxley, I don't want any wrestling company to go out of business. I want every wrestling company to be able to prosper. But it's been floating for years. They are starting to look like WCW 2000. And I don't know how they can separate it. Or what's happening? They miss Kenny Omega and MJF this bad? Adam Cole not wrestling this bad? Britt Baker? Like, think about the powerhouses that are not on this program right now. Okay? They lost Cody. They lost Punk. Right? They're kind of, as the wrestling world likes to use this term all the time, they're being shoved down our throats, right? Right? So, and I'm an FTR guy, but Dice backstage, not a finish. I'm tired of the rating. You know, it's just getting old. It's getting monotonous. It's the military every single night. And listen, even if your girl like it that way, that's your fault because you should make her do something different. All right? So that's on you. So, Mox is way behind the curve compared to the Shield. Yeah, he is, and it's a shame. And I don't think he was 2 years ago. I thought he stepped out very well 2 years ago on his own, was doing something good over there. But it's not necessarily. I always say, you have to take what they give you and make it work. But the flip side is that it's the 80-20 rule, right? You ever watch, y'all probably ain't watched that movie, but Why Did I Get Married? It's and that's relationship 101. It's the 80-20. You think that 20 looks good until you get with it all the time. And that's what's going on right now. AEW would be all right. TNA was in a coma for years, and you recently, they're back. There's a difference between why they're back, okay? And I think people sometimes let that overlook some things, and that's who's backing them. Who's backing them? And for what it's worth, they've always kind of still kept their lane. They never tried to be someone else. From the beginning with the six-sided stage and the X Division matches, never once did they try to be someone else. So AEW sometimes, I don't think they have their or know their own identity. Tony Storm won, y'all. Tony Storm won. Y'all complained all weekend long about what's that? Y'all complained about this match all week long. When y'all should be complaining about this match. This should be the match you should be complaining about right here. Not this one, because she was always booked to lose. No offense towards Naomi. I love her. I don't think they dropped her out yet. She's come back. The Royal Rumble, she had a good showing. She got into Elimination Chamber. We knew she wasn't going to win there. Y'all know that as wrestling fans. That's why this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Put your caps on and pay attention to the story, guys. Right? So I get it was too fast. Only thing you complain about is she didn't get her entrance. But this shit right here was on a pay-per-view, a major pay-per-view, and these girls, in my opinion, wet the bed when everybody should have been putting on their A game because it was Sting's final match night. Everybody should have had their A game on. And I think a lot of people did. All right, I can go back on the match. I thought Christian and Garcia had a great match. I thought this was phenomenal. No AJ Styles. Yeah, it's Daniel Bryan. So yeah, it was better than these girls. And that's saying a lot for what I just said about Eddie Kingston. But damn it, Daniel Bryan's there. It was just, you know how they say, who's your dance partner? They don't dance well together. They were stepping on each other's feet. They were just walking through it. The throwback Tony Storm inches was the best thing. That's factamundo. It was. Then we got to the greatest wrestler today that knows how to take the spot. Y'all can talk about spots and a dog spot and a liver spot and the spot on your head and the spot on your liver and the spot on the floor. But no, this man, Will Ospreay, I'm going to say it again till I cannot say it anymore, made the mistake just like Hangman Page by signing with AEW. He is too damn good to be in AEW. And I never thought Tateska. And again, people, I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm not going to fake like I'd watch New Japan Pro Wrestling because I read a couple of articles and it'll make me come out there like I'm a smart mark. Doesn't even exist anymore. We're kind of all like smart marks, right? But I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna lie and tell you I know who. I didn't know who Tateska was before he came over here. No, uninterested. Don't move me. He doesn't speak English. Sorry, doesn't move me. Put a mask on him, might as well. Okay. Will Ospreay, they killed it last night. Absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, killed it last night. That wasn't my match of the night. Because damn it, this was pretty damn good. It was pretty. You can take it. You can flip the coin how you want to flip it, rub it down. Oh no, this was a great match last night, and Anybody who thought Swerve Strickland was going to win, come on, man. I'm going to echo the guy. I think I only said it once. So, Dice Man backstage, it's 2-point system. Said, well, y'all thought the only had this like his second title defense. You know what I mean? That's Samoa Joe, right? If y'all complain it took him forever to get the belt, he can't lose that fast. No matter how hot Swerve. And I've heard people say, now Swerve is falling off. A wrestler doesn't have to, why? And maybe so, right? I'm going to be fair. Maybe so, because he's not winning the matches that we want to see him win. But I don't think that cools him off. It's how you lose the match. He didn't get pinned. They kept him strong, right? They made this thing a trouble. What do they call it? Right? A throuple. So they doing their thing in this match. I thought it was great, but we all know why you're here. Hangman Page really turned up the hero volume. Cracking. Listen. Hangman Page, listen, I was a great match. It was a great match. Just to go back, and thank you for that, Dice. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah, I'm talking about now because I'm talking about seeing the rest of the time. Yeah, so the Rock stipulation to Cody, they're going to have that match. It sounds like if Cody takes it, which he should be taking it tonight, right? Night 1, him and Rock. So, or tag team match. And that's when Roman, stopped and like, before we can go ahead and finalize this match, you need to acknowledge me. So that's where I think the turn's going to come in there. But we all know why you're here. And we all know why you stayed. We're here to talk about. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. We're going to take our last break of the evening. The weekend wrestling is up next as well, guys. Don't you go nowhere. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live. We're going to pay homage and respect. And this is one show. Sting is getting his props this week on Unpop Review. We got a whole nother show on Thursday. Okay? Dedicated to the man called Sting. This is the Mike Knoxxx version. All right? So y'all come on back. We'll be right back, y'all.
Now before The Rock drops some gospel on you.
What is Cody's story? Because his story went from winning the belt that his daddy couldn't, doing it for his family, then doing it for himself, then being hell-bent on taking down Roman Reigns. Which one of these is the story?
Scott, that's a Versace. And the less fabric on a Versace, the more expensive it is. That's not $799. That's probably $2,799, as in $2,799.
Finally, your life has meaning.
They're in Salt Lake. He told the truth.
Finally, you and your 50 wives.
They're in Salt Lake. He told the truth.
Your 600 inbred grandchildren one day.
They're in Salt Lake. Okay, I know what you mean, Matt.
Probably right,
but he told the truth.
There goes our Utah audience.
Don't care.
You shut your mouth, fatty. The Rock will come out there and slap the herpes off your lips.
Smack the herpes off your lips.
Yo, it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Bloxxx give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hello there, everyone. Of course, this is King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week of wrestling history. And of course, on March 1st, 1998, ECW Living Dangerously took place at the Asbury Park Convention in New Jersey. And the highlight of the match saw hometown hero Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Taz on the ECW Television Championship. And so, of course, it was during this match that the two crashed through the ring and clip used repeatedly over the years in ECW's highlight package. By the way, side note, congratulations to Paul Heyman going to the Hall of Fame. But of course, on March 2nd, 2020, Monday Night Raw in Barclays Center in Brooklyn, Street Profits defeated Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. March 3rd, 2003, Stone Cold Steve Austin made his first appearance on Raw ever since he famously walked out the company the previous summer. In 2021, from a static, go home edition of AEW right before Revolution opened. We had Shaquille O'Neal and Jay Cargill beat Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet. That was Jay Cargill's debut. On March 4th, 2000, after a reign that lasted exactly 700 days, RVD was forced to vacate the ECW Television Championship. And so the reign was over double the length of the next longest reign in the title's history. And in that same day in 2019, of course, King Kong WrestleMania headliner King Kong Bundy passed away at the age of 62. March 5th, 2013, William Moody, also known as Paul Bearer, passed away of a heart attack. And so of course, on March 7th, 2016, on WWE Raw from Chicago, Chris Jericho turned on his tag team partner AJ Styles after the WWE Tag Team Championship loss to the New Day. And so, of course, this return marked by 2 code breakers from Jericho marked the end of the short-lived Rod to AJ tag team. And so, of course, this set the course for their match at WrestleMania 32, that Jericho ended up winning. And it was also AJ's debut WrestleMania match. March 8th, 1983, Afonseca, the Wild Samoans, defeated Jules and Chief Jay Strongbow to win the WWF Tag Team titles. Of course, as far as notable birthdays, March 1st, Booker T turned 59, Big E turned 38, March 2nd, Mike Von Erich would turn 60, March 5th, Jordan Grace turns 34, March 6th, Val Venus turns 53, March 7th, Bruce Pritchard turns 61, March 8th, Chad Gable turns 38, and that's your week of wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Bloxxx give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show right here on Unpopular Review Wrestling, Unpopular Review Entertainment. Also coming up tomorrow, we are doing our tribute again to, I don't know how they came up with love movies, and Love and Basketball got chosen. And gonna check that out. I'm a big Love and Basketball fan, but romance movie, I'm not exactly sure about that. But my man, shout out to my man KME. Haven't seen him on here in a while, doing his thing with big things with post wrestling. And he had this comment right here, and can you stop? Thank you. And I agree with you, absolutely. But at the end of the day, that's a small percentage, brother. And I know you think I'm probably bugging when I say that's a small percentage of me. There, yes, the bank's the bank. You're gonna take the bag. That's today's game is the bag, right? And the bag is the bag. And we can talk about the biggest bag person out there trying to steal that bag with Sasha Banks. And I don't think Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné is the same she was, even when she does debut in AEW, because it's a difference between the bag that's there and the bag that's here. And then it becomes a question about, well, wrestling fans like to be empaths. So I'm not saying you are, but most wrestling fans want to always hold everybody's opinion. I know you're not actually one of the people that be like, oh, I got to feel what they're going through. And oh, that's a sad thing they're going through. Like, but she's getting a job, though. She got a job. I'm not mad, but it does matter. The main event, WrestleMania, that's every wrestler's dream. That's where it starts. Right? Even this guy right here wanted to get there. And I asked that question. Here it is, his last match. We're going to talk about him in a second. But coming out, I thought it was him at first in the 80s Sting. That's my favorite Sting, is Surfer Sting. I was a cornball in the 80s, y'all. I liked every face. Every face. The first heel I ever liked was the Macho Man Randy Savage and Nikita Koloff. They were my first two heels I ever fell in love with. But I love Surfer Sting. Everybody likes Pro Sting. I wasn't really the biggest red and black Sting fan because at that point, I thought the NWO had kind of ran its course and his mission had changed for me. Again, wrestling and storyline, I didn't like how that came together. Wolfpack Red and Black, just wasn't a fan of that. But seeing him with his Sons of the Ring was amazing. Seeing Sting, listen, he was quite spry for a 60-year-old man last night. Very well. I thought this match was very good for all intents purposes because, yes, it's his last match. Yes, you got to take into consideration. And I got to give shout out to the Young Bucks, the Bucks of Youth, if you will, who I thought storyline-wise, they probably should have won. But hey, so what? So what? This man Sting went out on top and had a ball in his last match. But let's not forget this guy. I've said from day one, this guy is here to kill himself in the professional wrestling ring. Darby Allin, I hope I'm wrong for your sake, but the shit you do is quite crazy, okay? And that was the outcome. Just look at the man's back, y'all. Just was that worth it, my brother? I hope it was. Okay, kidney failure, lacerated lungs, all kind of things can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? What's that sign? I want to have babies. You don't want any babies. Hope you already got them. Okay. FTR BCC. You know what? That bang bang. What is it? Bang bang. Booty gang, whatever they want to call themselves, scissor gang. I'm not a fan of that either. But this was amazing. He puts him in the Scorpion Deathlock. This man backstage, number 3, says, because I'm a Bret Hart guy. I'm a Bret Hart guy. Okay?
Have the insights to do it.
But I am, okay? And he says, Scorpion Deathlock over the Sharptooth because one takes one leg and one takes it out. Okay, that's a wrestling nerd right there. You gotta love him for it, okay? Because there is a difference between the two, okay? But I'm taking my man all day, Bret Hart, okay? But listen, the scenery was good. Let's just put some things in perspective before AEW fans all go shit crazy about this pay-per-view last night. It was very entertaining. It was very good. All intents and purposes, a great review, but it was let's not fool ourselves and not be marveled by this man is why they sold that building out last night. Greensboro, North Carolina, always a great venue. A lot of things happen there. The worst thing about this entire pay-per-view next to Donna Purrazzo and Tony Storm, I got to just mention that one more time. That's the worst thing about the whole entire night. Other than that, the only thing that was bad was them cutting him off at midnight. That was the only thing. Right? That was just, he didn't pay for that when they had enough at 5 hours. That's, you know, you only pay for 5 hours here, Tony. Okay? That's all you're going to get. That's all. Okay? I know. I didn't do it. You did. Okay? You should have paid for more time. You got all that money y'all was talking about. Was that real glass or you punk or you fighting backstage over it? DC, I will see what you did there. But this match was just what it was supposed to be, and it was very, very, very good. Shout out this thing, going out on top. I didn't even realize, really, and I know they put the rankings up, but I just never really realized that he hadn't lost the match, right? And in some ways, we can say, I have heard from more than just people who are close to me, WWE did a better job. Well, it's production, it's who has the licensing rights. Of course they did, but for this company, I think they did the best they could, and I think they did a very, very good job. Shout out to the people who made this. I just wanted to share it. Which one's your favorite staying there? He is an icon, truly a trailblazer in this business. And I ask you, this is the one thing we did not get and we wanted. And this is why, right? Like, if you wrestling fans can always scream one more match and you still got it, Mick Foley's coming out of retirement, right? How many times did Ric Flair retired? Over and over and over again. Can Taker pull him out of retirement for one match? I know it's just me being a wishful dumbass thinking this, right? But who am I to say less, right? Well, Steve Borden would say that was his last match, and it's not going to happen. But if WWE did of course, cinematic all the way, because neither one of these guys can go anymore. But it'd be the greatest cinematic match that we never thought we would see. Dream match that never happened, so heartbreaking. Listen, it is. But right here, the people that be did the people come out. You know, Dex Hardwood. My father and I didn't have the great relationship, going up, but we can always agree on staying. The thing's in my way when I'm changing the channels. I can't even read it on the screen. Not many sisters can say they have a superhero for my brother, but I can. Just coming up in the game, Chris Jericho. But this is all in the Sports Illustrated the Tribune as well. That this was put out. This is not your normal wrestler retiring, right? This is Ric Flair level retiring, right? I heard somebody say that today, because people are just crazy to become the wrestling fans, right? They said that he's the Kobe Bryant of the NBA. Great enough, but would never be considered the all-time great, and was never really the best in his era at any time because he played with Shaq and those kind of things. And I go, he was WCW. He was WCW. And to anybody to write that is definitely not an intelligent wrestling fan, because clearly, Who took down the NWO, the biggest thing in professional wrestling history? As far as they wasn't a faction, they were a company overtaking another company, and one man did it, and his name was Sting. So to say that he was never the guy in WCW, being that Flair didn't run WCW. Flair will tell you if he would have gone to Vince a long time. You've heard all the interviews. We're not going to go ahead and say it again. Okay, it's about production, and I'm also going to say this. And I had put it out today about where would you rank Sting? Where would you rank him? And a lot of people commented all over social media. He's in my top 5, my man Eric. Definitely a Mount Rushmore, my man Kevin. Julian, top 10, given he's going, he's 60, got respect for him. He's in my top 3, Ronnie Richards. He's my top 2, him and Brett. Madison J. Get that new album, by the way. My uncle, Eric out there, Elder Jed, Mount Rushmore, Javid, top 10. Then you start to get Lou Duva, friend of the program. Top 50. Dude became more overrated as time goes on. At no point was the top guy in WCW, or he really was the focal point of a show asides 1997 run, where he showed up out of shape and rusty. Then followed by Spot Face, top 20 all time. Chris, the executive consultant, top 22. Wow. I don't know where I would rank Sting. As of right now, I will hold that little nugget for you till Thursday. But what I will say is this about the man called Sting. He is probably the only person to never be exclusive to Vince McMahon's product. I said his name. It's not Voldemort. Y'all know who he is. Like with Brock Lesnar, how can you erase that from history despite what they did? I'm not saying what they did was, I'm just saying, y'all know his name. Y'all know their names. Okay? Let's be adults. Okay? Never created that stood the test of time by himself. When you hear the name Sting, it's the singer and it's the wrestler. And depending on what age group, you're going to get the wrestler. Okay? And no one has ever done that. Ric Flair had to come over here. We can say it all we want to. One of my favorites who got me watching wrestling, Dusty Rhodes, made the jump. The War Warriors, the Legion of Doom, made the jump. Ravishing McRude made the jump. I would say this much. Real babyface. Put that one back up for me. Real babyface. I mean a real babyface. 100%. 100%. To me, Sting is the Man of Steel versus the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And anybody who knows me say, where would I put the Man of Steel? I'm not putting it 1, 2, 3, 4. There's adventure movies are out here. But I'm going to squeeze it in the top 10, maybe 10, but there. Because it holds the test of time versus all those other superb movies. I think Man of Steel's that good. And I'm not a Taker guy. You saw the comment from Grand Body P in the UK. But I was a Sting guy. I was an early Sting guy. I'm not Goo Gaga over Sting like other fans are. But to see him in person in Orlando was one of the better achievements of my life. I got to say that I got to see. I got to see The Rock before people are like, oh, The Rock coming back. I saw him, right? For what it's worth. When I saw Hogan in person, it was different for me. It was just completely different for me. When I saw Undertaker come out, it was completely different for me. Before I forget, Death to Dirt Sheet said, fuck you, Dave Meltzer. To not put Sting in a top 10, I think is probably borderline unfair to your list. Right? Because it's your list. It's not my list. I can't tell you what to put there. But I always say this. How do you come up with this list? What does that list stand for? Where did it come from? Why is that list your list? It's just your favorites? That makes sense. My favorites is nothing like where I put in my top 10. Ask me. Now, it might switch, but that's why I keep it on record, right? I'll be ready for it, Dice. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kept them here so I wouldn't forget. If you ever wondered why I never took them out of the studio, this is why they're there, okay? There's my 1, my 1A, my 2, my 3, my 4, okay? My 5, my 6, my 7, my 8, my 9, my 10. That's what it is. It's my favorites list. I didn't say my greatest of all time list. There's a difference, people. I think in a greatest of all time list, he's the Man of Steel of the Marvel series. You have to put him there. You just have to. And if you don't understand the Man of Steel, that's okay. I can send you a link from my man, John Campia, and it can explain to you, and you'll watch that video, and you'll go, damn, that was some pretty good shit. That is a good movie. Just ask me for it. I'll send you the link, okay? There's a big difference. My favorites look like totally different than my top. Exactly. Because they're two different lists. Shout out to Fire and Ice Podcast. Another great show last night. Okay. But just, make sure you guys checking them boys. I've been out part of the Facebook group is there. I just love being able to go home and hear real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all already know how I built this show from the beginning, right? It's been the day from day one where Barbershop Talk Meets Radio, and that's all that matters.
Is it the barbershop? It's the barbershop. I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all.
That's it.
This is Harry Smith, and you're listening to the best damn show in radio with Mike Knoxxx.
Listen, the show did not have it. You already seen mine, Knoxxx. Yes, I did. You have to put Sting there, and last night proved it that he packed that crowd. That wrestling fans, I'm getting text messages. Where, with all due respect towards y'all, I love my friends. I love the ones I call my brothers, and I don't have many of y'all, okay, that text me about wrestling. And I say this with so much respect and love in my heart. I talk wrestling so much sometimes that when y'all texts come through in those moments, sometimes I'll be like, I just don't want to talk and respond. So you might get a thumbs up or an emoji, okay? That don't mean I don't love you. That just means I got to talk about it on Monday, so I don't want to talk about it right now. That's just me being honest with you. So hopefully you tune in, you get my take. If not, you still know my phone number. Call me like I would call you, okay? But Sting's top 10. Arn Anderson, Paul White, The Big Show. The list, the outpour of emotion of wrestling fans that were out and about last night on social media. Number one trending was Thank You Sting. But was AEW Revolution a great pay-per-view? That's the question, right? What do you rank the pay-per-view? Because we got Dan the Man, who is our AEW aficionado, who, Dan, I'm calling you out like I call out the crew at least once a week, right? You supposed to be on a review show, and I'm doing this motherfucker by myself. Dan, that's your product. Come talk about your product. So talking about in the chat don't help everybody. Everybody can't see the chat, so I'm going to tell your business. You said in the chat that AEW always puts on banger pay-per-views. That's what he said. I didn't say it.
See
Dan
that?
the Man said it. Yeah! He did. And all I can say is, because I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Yeah. They're good shows sometimes they're not good shows. That's just where it is. All right? There are more concerns sometimes about because shout out to the cameraman, them motherfuckers is always on point. It's like they purposely tell them, get the ass shot, get the ass shot, get the ass shot. Ass. That's all you get from AEW female match. But y'all talk about women's lib and women's first and put people in jail because how y'all are all perverted behind the camera and closed doors. So stop it. Just stop it, you sick freaks.
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. If YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it, I just had the balls to say it.
So just to end this show, we're gonna end this show real soon. So I'm gonna bring on my man Dice Man to the table right now, and talk about this pay-per-view from last night real quick, and then most importantly, what's coming up this Thursday, and this tribute show to Sting. What's going on, Dice Man?
What up, everybody? Listen. This thing on? It's on. Listen,
So I apologize if you hear something in the background. My son is watching some Siren Head YouTube videos. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I did say Sting over Brett. But more importantly, I think if you take away the streak, I think it is definitely Sting over Taker. The greatest thing about Taker is his WrestleMania streak, which, in my opinion, should only been broken by one person. And that was going to be whoever he was going to pass the torch to, and that should have been Bray Wyatt. It should have been Bray Wyatt as the new face of fear, but that's a whole other conversation. However, AEW Revolution, I will tell you that I was actually surprisingly entertained. Mm-hmm. Let's not act like it doesn't matter if you're an AEW loyalist or not. You have to succumb and understand that they have a bullshit product right now. They are in no better spot than TNA is right now, and TNA just literally got their branding back and then fired the guy who was responsible for getting them back into out of mediocrity, right? Mm-hmm. So AEW is literally on the even playing field of TNA. So for any AEW fan that could tell me that AEW always puts on great pay-per-views, you're lying to yourself and you're just hating WWE. For as long as I've been alive, WWE has been the constant gold standard of professional wrestling. It's not going to change. Even though I like the WCW product. I did. But as I'm going back and watching WCW from the beginning, I'm realizing as an adult, this was really shit. And I'm sorry for saying shit on air. Sorry, Mama Knoxxx. But WCW was really some shit. But as a kid, I didn't know that. But now I see it as an adult. It was some shit. And AEW at most times is some shit. Reason, and I'm going to say this reason why their pay-per-views are too spread out. You cannot keep me entertained enough for your storylines to make me think that you have a fire pay-per-view. Revolution just happens to be one of those big pay-per-views similar to a Survivor Series, a Royal Rumble, or SummerSlam. So it's easy to say that, oh, this was a fire pay-per-view. It's supposed to be. Let's wait until 30 days from now when they got AEW Dynasty. I bet you that will shit the bed. But overall, I will say that this pay-per-view, top to bottom, decent. Your soft spots was the Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm match. It was for me the BCC versus FTR match because it just didn't hit the way that it should have. Their promos hit leading up to the match, but the match didn't equal what the promos did. Swerve losing, if nobody understands why Swerve needed to lose, you're out of your mind. Samoa Joe is a credible champion. You want Samoa Joe to be a champion, but then when he retains it, you're mad. So do you want the man to be a paper champion because you're going to be pissed off that he's a paper champion, or you want him to exert some sort of dominance? And this is the topsy-turvy opinion of AEW loyalists. They lack the intelligent wrestling fan opinion of someone like myself who is I am the head coffee pourer of WWE. I'll fight for it to the death of me. But
I'm gonna say this. I'm with you in the ranking for it, and I give it to DC. I give it I actually give it higher than DC. I thought it was like a 4 out of 5. But I wouldn't give it that. I don't do belt. I don't do
3.5 or 4.
Belts, right?
I'll put it at.
I give it 4 out of 5. They're title belts, right? I love the title. It's a big belt, and I have to agree with KME on this one as well. Honestly, TNA was never where AEW is as far as what they've done for the business, as far as the shows they put on, the arenas they put on. WWE has had no one compete to them on this level since WCW. So, but I don't think you're meaning in that necessarily. You're talking about as far as product is concerned and inside the square circle. I think their biggest problem for them is, as you said, I don't think it's a spread out pay-per-views necessarily. It's when you do have them having that mantra that people start becoming, as I said before, want to be empaths and go, oh, how come they're not on the show? You can't put everybody on your main show. You just can't do it. That's for your money makers. That's why you have people paying money to see it. We don't need to see 10 matches on every single pay-per-view. That's the issue that I have with AEW.
Absolutely. Before you get out here, I know you're running the show all the time. So I'm doing my cheap plugs. For anybody that knows me in the chat personally, Y'all will know that Sting is my absolute greatest of all time. The reason I put him the greatest of all time, he has been a constant of professional wrestling. When I say a constant, I mean a constant in the way. There's never been a person that had anything bad to say about Sting. The man, if you can respect and love Shawn Michaels for him having his downfall comeback, his Christian comeback, you could do the same thing for Sting, because Sting will tell you in multiple documentaries he was an asshole. He got addicted to steroids and painkillers and stuff like most people did that were top stars, and he came out on the other end, and he he walks by faith. And
I'm just saying, you can't y'all care about if I lost my job, the people that watch the Mike Knoxxx show probably wouldn't give a shit.
They don't care.
That's all I'm saying.
They got brands. We don't care, bro.
Yeah.
We don't care. I hate using the word bro, but we don't care.
I say you shouldn't care if that guy or girl didn't get on the show. You shouldn't care if the show went too long and they got a shorter match. Those kind of things I'm talking about. That's what I'm referring to real fast. But just and I don't mind going over a little bit here. But the Sting thing, I'm gonna hold some things to Monday. I won't put it. And again, his list is greatest of all time is Sting. Make sure you come here on Thursday, guys. Bring the love, bring the hate, because I do think that Sting is worth. If we did a tribute for anybody else, there's Sting, and I would debate it. The second greatest character in wrestling next to the Undertaker. I don't think he's better than Taker. I don't think he's better than Taker inside the ring or as a character. But different everything between the two. But both great in their own ways. And that's why everybody I want to see that match. The closest I got to that match, and I know you guys don't like it, but I was a big Vampiro guy. But I got Vampiro versus Sting. Right?
I want to throw this out. Everybody in the chat, make sure you tune in Thursday for this show. And one of the questions that I want you to go ahead and harp on and bring your best material. If you could book Sting versus Taker at this point in time, how would you do it, and who would go over? Keep that in the freezer. Keep that in the freezer.
That's a good one. That is a good one. But listen, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. I want to thank you as always for tuning into the Mike Knoxxx Show on Pop Review Entertainment Wrestling. The Victorious Ones podcast coming up this week as well. Look out for Two Words Are Too Sweet again. Immediately following Monday Night Raw tonight. You guys will check out the Monday Night Raw show. And again, I want to thank you guys again, because the chat, right? They call us out. They call us out every single week, and they go, "Where's this? Where's that?" And I want to give a shout out to my team. This backstage, King Von Jr., y'all know who he is. Z on camera right now. You guys right there, the Knoxxers, continually making me the best show on this network each and every single week. I thank you, and I'll be honest with you, I'm as humble as cocky as hell. That you heard what I just said? I'm a humble, cocky mother sucker. Okay, because truly, if you know me, you know that I am. I'm as cocky, but I'm always thank you and the pleases and that's me, right? So, and again, Scotty, I'm somewhat of an empath as well, but I don't care about certain things, is what I'm trying to say, right? Those are things that I don't care about. But when I say no one talks about Sting when 18 months we just cutting a promo, listen, exactly. Like I said, he took down the NWO. What do you mean? He was the LeBron James, the Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryant, whoever's your favorite you want to put on top of WCW of all time. It's without question.
That's right.
That man right there, DC the Collector. Make sure you guys follow him on TikTok as well as Instagram. Put out a week's tribute to Sting. Jacket, the bat, the paint.
Brother, I still drink out of it daily. It got alcohol in it, but I still drink out of it daily.
All of it. So listen, guys, man, I appreciate you guys each and every single week. Again, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. If you missed the show, guess what, guys? Still one of the longest running podcast people of all time, right? Y'all know that. So it's still official. And every time, y'all, I just can't help myself. I love him. I do. But he brings out this one little belt, and I just go, yeah, that's how I feel about me, guys. I got these little ass belts. This ain't nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't even come at you no more because the belt emperors laugh at me. Okay? It's all right. It's all right. Listen, guys, we're going to get up out of here. Listen, I love you. Tribute to Sting. You deserve everything. AEW, amazing rock and Roman. It's still going to happen. The road to WrestleMania. You will see me in the building Thursday. Tribute to Sting tomorrow on Pop Review Entertainment. It's all going down, y'all. Do not wake up tomorrow morning on the little Bobby Lashley. No, I'm joking. You now wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God. That's crazy, y'all. I'm out of here. Fingers.
Boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass.
You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop.